All right, brother. What's your nickname?
I've been called Diablo, but I don't really like to use that name too often. As
all right,
I really haven't fought yet. So
first and last name.
My first name is David. My last name is Furley. David Furley.
Okay, so simple. No nickname yet.
No nickname yet.
Amateur record.
0-0.
Date of birth.
June 22nd, 1985.
Hometown.
I'm from right here, St. Catharines, Ontario, in Canada.
Beautiful. What's your height?
On a good day, I'm 5'11". Probably at the end of the day, I'm around 5'10", though.
Weight class is 185, I believe.
185, but I strive to be 170.
Perfect. What do you walk around at?
I walk around 205.
205.
Yeah.
Favorite walk-in song? Or what is going to be your walk-in song? Have you picked
I don't
it
really
yet?
have one yet, but I'm thinking about Jay-Z and Linkin Park's mashup of 99 Problems.
Beautiful. You're at DATC in St. Catharines as well?
That's right, Defense First Training Center.
Perfect. Favorite fighter?
George St. Pierre. By far, the best fighter in UFC.
Absolutely, pound for pound across
Pound
the
for
world.
pound.
I couldn't agree more. So we're gonna jump right on over. You're fighting Andrew Newlands. He's 0-1 at 185. He's got an okay top game that I've seen, jiu-jitsu wise, but I don't think he has any confidence. That's my personal opinion on watching his face and how he adapted to what was going on. Now, I didn't watch him in MMA. I watched like a jiu-jitsu competition, I believe. I couldn't see if it was jiu-jitsu or judo, the way that they have the video set up. But I mean, yeah, I guess it was okay, but I did not see confidence, like lacking big time. That's just in my opinion, as an avid fan's opinion. You got a favorite food?
My favorite food, anything other than what I'm dieting on right now. So
that's simple.
Basically, yeah.
Ritual. Give me your ritual during your fight day.
I plan on waking up, not to an alarm, but on my own time. Probably go right down to breakfast, as I'll be really, really hungry after the weigh-ins. Have a nice breakfast. Possibly go back to my room or the gym. Maybe do a little cardio to loosen up. Nothing too strenuous. Maybe go through a little bit of game. Other than that, just hanging around the room with my teammates, possibly playing some cards, some chess, whatever we have there. Perfect. And then closer to the fight, we'll head on down to the arena or school or wherever we're fighting and do a warm-up, get my fighters ready, because as much as I am fighting, I am coaching as well. So I'll be there helping them out. Get some instruction from my coaches, I should say, Pat Chapman and Jerry DeSanto. Say a quick little prayer to God, asking him for no one to get hurt, not necessarily to win, but just so that nobody gets hurt tonight, myself and my opponent included. And then when I'm ready to go to the ring, get a little fired up, and proceed right down to the ring and just take it.
Perfect. What's your MO?
As I said on the website, I like to keep that to myself right now, and I'll let you see it in the ring.
Beautiful. Why did you become a fighter?
I was bored with everything. Football was getting boring, soccer was getting boring, I was starting to lose the butterflies. I said to myself, as soon as I start losing butterflies for any type of sport, that I'd walk away and wash my hands. And just so happened that one of my football coaches was also a martial arts instructor, who's Jerry DeSanto, and didn't realize what kind of martial arts he was into until we started talking. And he explained to me that he taught Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He used to fight MMA himself, so he was an amateur fighter. And so we started in a small little community center. I remember my first class, it was beautiful. There was only a few of us, 4 or 5 tops. Walk in there, we do a little ceremony, traditional Japanese ceremony, get right to warm-ups, and then we start going through punches and kicks and just rolling, break falls, a little bit of grappling, a little bit of wrestling, a little bit of judo, a little bit of everything. And it was at that moment where I instantly fell in love with martial arts in general, not just MMA.
Well, see, that leads me into my next question, which was what made you choose to compete in MMA rather than another martial art, such as Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, Aikido. There's so many other different tournaments out there and things that could give you your butterflies and your adrenaline. Why MMA?
Well, I have done most of them before. I was in karate before, and the whole, big yawns, kata, and point sparring, where you don't really touch the person. You can basically come an inch from their face, raise your hands, and then get the point. That didn't really appeal to me. I also did jiu-jitsu tournaments, which is actually very, very exciting for me. It's a different aura competing against another human being so close, being able to throw them around and be thrown around and see how you adapt to the type of stresses that are presented to you that day and how well you cope. And you don't really grow into a true human being, whether you're a man or a woman, up until you're faced with those type of challenges. So I found it to be a real big head turner for myself, and it started with jiu-jitsu tournaments, progressed to sport jiu-jitsu, which is kicking, punching to the body, and takedowns and grappling with no hitting on the ground. And of course that was mandated around here, but now with the big push to MMA in Ontario, and it being sanctioned in April of this year, I believe, with its first MMA debut in Toronto, which I'm very excited to go to, you see a bigger push for mixed martial arts around here. And
they call it the Mecca of mixed martial arts, Southern Ontario.
The Niagara region and Southern Ontario has a lot of athletes, and we are so talented, but it just sucks to see it all go to waste. And there's
I find it like our artists, they suppress so much, and they almost water it down,
right.
before like they feel like it's going to get out of hand or something.
Right.
That's why I'm glad it is finally exploding.
Same here.
Which leads me into give me your fantasy fight. You can pick any fighter. Try to keep them in your weight class, and make them an active fighter. I don't want to hear Bruce Lee or something like that. I want to hear somebody. I don't care if it's in UFC, Strikeforce, Bellator, Bodog, anything. I don't care if it's an amateur. Give me your fantasy fight.
My fantasy fight?
Yep.
Myself against GSP.
Good for you.
I would love to go up. As much as I absolutely adore him and his work ethic, I would absolutely love to go up against him to see exactly what he has and
what you're made of
and
yourself.
what I'm made of myself. Exactly.
Yeah.
Just for him to showcase and just to get a taste of the whole MMA thing. So you don't really.
He's got it.
Because he does have it.
What do you think's going to happen with him and Shields? Give us a little crystal ball prediction, if you feel comfortable doing so.
Shields is going to give him a good run, but in the end.
See, I seem to disagree.
Really?
Yeah, because I gave Martin Kampman the fight. I don't think Jake Shields did enough to win that fight at all.
No.
Not at all. And if he's going to gas like he did against Kampman, St. Pierre's going to have a field day with him.
But then again, at the same moment, you have to think, well, what can I improve on this time? We all know that GSP has great cardio, great stand-up, amazing wrestling. He's not even a wrestler, and he's probably the best wrestler in his weight class. Amazing groundwork. He's an athlete, a martial artist. He's the whole package.
They're questioning his jiu-jitsu. That's what I guess his jiu-jitsu and his clinch work. Shields is one of the top clinch work guys in the world, and that's what they're questioning, if he can get in on the clinch.
But at the same time, we've also seen GSP. We've also seen GSP impose his will on most people, and what he likes to do is punch, kick, takedown, ground and pound. So we really haven't seen much of his clinch work or groundwork because of what his game plan is. So I'm sure that if he's faced with either the clinch game or the groundwork, that he'll be able to capitalize as well. He does train with Henzo Gracie, and he has a very premier Muay Thai coach.
Well, I'm not saying he doesn't have it, but that's what they're putting his.
I understand.
That's where they're putting his weak point.
I understand.
Right.
But at the same time, you really can't hold something against somebody that you haven't seen before. So.
Well, I really appreciate you doing this for us, man.
I really appreciate talking to you.
Great luck in
Thank you very much.
in your fight, and I know you're going to do well.
Thank you very much.
Take care.
You too.